I will introduce the company background of the company we had chosen for this assignment, which is Ancom Logistic Berhad. Ancom Logistic Berhad was established on 14 April 1966 as Temco Electrical Engineering Company. Temco was involved in design, manufacture, supply, installation, commissioning and maintenance of power distribution and motor control switchgear and system, and it disposed of its switchgear business in Malaysia, China, Indonesia and Australia for cash on April 23, 2008 and changed its name to its current form on November 23, 2009. As of today, Ancom Logistics is currently primarily an investment holding company, but our group only focuses on the subsidiary company, which is Ancom Quest Terminal Sidangan Berhad, which focus on transportation of liquid chemical in Malaysia and Singapore. Next, I will present the level of management. So first, what is management? Management is the key to achieving specific goals set by an organization. An organization must consist of a group of individuals, a management structure, and an organizational goal. Ancom Logistic Berhad is divided into 3 levels of management, which is top level, middle level, and lower level management. Firstly, sitting at the top level of management, we have Datuk Sri Kawe as the Executive Chairman, Chu Se-Eng as the Secretary, Datuk Hasnul Hassan as the Deputy Chief Officer, and Lim Chang-Meng as the Chief Financial Officer. This level of management acquires conceptual skills. These skills act as a mental capability that can help managers to see the whole operation and connection among the various parts of this organization. Next, we have the middle level of management. This level of management consists of Serena Husuklai as the General Manager of Ancom Conquest Terminal Sidangan Berhad and Muhammad Yusuf Muhammad Don as the General Manager of Pengangkutan Korjan Sidangan Berhad. Middle level of management acquires the human skills in management. Human skills are important because it involves the ability to guide, to comprehend, to communicate with the workers, which a manager requires this skill along with his work. Lastly, at lower level of management, we have Kit Tamwa as the Finance Manager, Fatiha Aziz as the Administrative Manager, and Ian Lee Wei Heng as the Operational Manager. This level of management requires the technical skills to use their procedures, capabilities, and intelligence in a specialized field. In conclusion, it may be said that management is important in defining and constructing strategy. It is also important to decide whom to do a specific job and create a positive environment for mental and physical health for the workers, such as leading, motivating, and resolving conflicts between the co-workers.
My name is Muhammad Farizwan and I'm going to talk about the planning and organizing for Ancom Logistic Berhad. First is planning. Planning is a process of outlining the activities to achieve the goals of the organization and determining the ways to achieve the goal. Next is the type of operational planning. There are 2 types of operational planning. The first is standing plan. Standing plan consists of 3 things, which is policy, procedure, and rules. Policy is a general guideline for decision making. Procedure is a plan that specifies how to proceed in specific situations that routinely arise, and rules is detailed and specific regulation for action. The second type of operational planning is single-use plan. Single-use plan consists of 3 things, which is the program, project, and budget. Program is a set of activities designed to accomplish a particular goal. Project is a plan that directs the effort of individual or work group toward the achievement of goals, and budget is a plan that specifies how financial resources should be allocated. Next is Ancom Logistic Berhad Standing Plan. For the policy, a remuneration policy has been crafted to give guidance to the board and encourage set of behaviors to fulfill the objective of the policy. For the procedure, a procedure for the RIN committee to review and recommend, take consideration for the individual's performance and consider the market condition. And the rule, the company makes sure that the company committed doing business with the highest ethical by carry out the business fairly and does not tolerate corruption. Next is Ancom Logistic Berhad Single-Use Plan. First is the company implemented. First is program. The company implemented various types of programs like the training program, internship program, and various safety programs. As for the project, Ancom Logistic Berhad has embarked on a project for the construction of an additional 10,000 CPM capacity in their tank farm. Let's move on to the organizing. Organizing is defined as the process of determining the tasks to be done, who will do them, and how the tasks will be managed and coordinated. There are 6 different types of organization structure, which are functional structure, product structure, customer structure, geographic structure, matrix structure, and network structure. Next, you can see the Ancom Logistic Berhad organization structure on the screen. Now, I'm going to explain the chart. Ancom Logistic Berhad have a tall organization chart, so the type of span management are narrow span. The organization is divided into 2 sections. The first one is the board of directors and the other one is the general manager. As for the function of the committee and the general manager, the audit committee is tasked to assist the board of directors in fulfilling its fiduciary responsibilities. The RIN committee is tasked for the nomination and remuneration matters, and 2 general managers are for the 2 subsidiary company, which is Pengangkutan Konten Sdn Berhad and Ancom Campus Terminal Sdn Berhad.
Locus of decision making. What is locus of decision making? Locus of decision making can be defined as a process through which managers identify and resolve problems and capitalize on opportunities. So as we've learned before, locus of decision making is divided into 2 parts, which are programmization and non-programmization. So before we move on to the types of locus of decision making available in Ancom Logistics Berhad, we first must know how to differentiate between the characteristics of both types of decision making. Firstly, programmization focuses more on circumstances that are more or less likely to occur, whereby non-programmization focuses more on non-routine and non-repetitive problems. Next, programizations are followed up by a simple procedure stated by depending on the company's conduct and rules of regulations, while non-programizations are followed up by a complex and, if I may add, unique procedure. And lastly, since programizations are made based on problems that usually occur, it can simply be handled by the lower level of management, such as supervisors, whereas the top management is in charge when it comes to non-programizations, as it requires more attention, as the pieces of information available to address the problems are limited.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal Hakim. I will be presenting about the topic motivation and leading. Motivation is the stimulus, a thing that arouses activity or energy in someone or something. Thus, motivation in management is a physiological process of motivating individuals to willingly act and execute their duties in pursuit of the organizational goals. Ancom Logistic Berhad adopted Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory in order to motivate its employees. There are 5 fundamental needs in this theory, which are physiological needs, security needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Firstly, physiological needs are the most basic needs that are necessary for our basic survival. For example, water, food, and shelter. The organization offered wages and work environment as physiological needs. In Ancom Logistic Berhad, the non-executive directors will get an allowance based on every board committee meeting that they attend. In addition, the company also pays for expenses spent by the directors when they were carrying out their duties as directors. The second level of Maslow's theory deals with external threat, either physical or psychological. In Ancom Logistic Berhad, the company will ensure adequate safety measures such as providing proper protection for the group workers and employees at the workplace. It is also the director's responsibilities to ensure the activities and the operation of the company do not harm the interests and well-being of society at large. For example, there is no discrimination between males and females, old or young workers or employees. The third level of Maslow's theories deals with human relationships such as love, acceptance, and belongings. For example, in Ancom Logistic Berhad, they organized and assisted in society-related programs in line with the aspiration of the concept of caring society in Vision 2020. Next, the fourth level of Maslow's theory deals with the need for self-image and self-respect. The need for recognition. It is the need for recognition and respect from others. For example, job titles, status, rewards, and recognitions. In Ancom Logistic Berhad, a performance-based component that may be paid in the form of cash to reward executive directors for exceeding their KPIs. There are also fringe benefits provided to executive directors as part of their employment, which may include company vehicles, medical insurance, and other allowance. The fifth, the last and top level of Maslow's theory is self-actualization needs. Self-actualization can be thought of as the full realization of one's creative, intellectual, and social potential through the internal drive. Managers will let the employees participate in the decision making and provide the opportunity to learn new things. For example, Ancom Logistic Berhad, they have embarked on the talent spotting initiative. Those with potential capabilities as the leaders are placed on clearly defined career paths. Next, leading. Leading is a process of influencing others through motivation, inspiration, and directing human resources toward organizational goals. There are 4 key leadership theories: trait theory, behavioral theory, contingency theory, and situational theory. Ancom Logistic Berhad used behavioral theory based on the Ohio State University studies. The researchers studied the behaviors of leaders and found 2 critical behavior called initiating structure, leadership behavior, and consideration leadership behavior. Initiating structured leadership behavior focuses on establishing well-defined procedures that the followers should adhere to in performing their job. For example, Ancom Logistic Berhad's boards and directors have adopted a fit and proper policies. This policy will enhance the governance of the company in relation to the board's quality and integrity, as well as ensure that each of its directors has the characters, experience, integrity, competence, time, and commitment. Consideration leadership behavior focuses on reflecting friendship, mutual trust, respect, and warmth in the relationship between leaders and followers. For example, Ancom Logistic Berhad organized and assists in society-related programs according to the concept of caring society in Vision 2020. All the programs and events were participated in by the staff and sometimes their children too. The events will help to build a strong relationship between staff, family staffs, and their leaders.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Ime and I want to talk about controlling. Controlling is a process through which managers regulate organizational activities to make them consistent with expectations and help them to achieve predetermined standard of performance. Controlling is the last of the four major management functions: planning, organizing, and leading. Controlling is very important because it helps to ensure that all our planning, organizing, and leading went successfully as we intended. With effective control in organizations, it can ensure delivering excellent output to the shareholders. The type of control that are used by Ancom Logistics Berhad are feed-forward control, concurrent control, and feedback control. First is feed-forward control. Feed-forward control is used to anticipate problems before they arise, so that problems do not occur later during the process and output process. Managers can anticipate problems before they arise. For example, Ancom Logistics Berhad will give strict specifications to suppliers for their goods to avoid quality problems with inputs before moving to the process. Next is concurrent control. Concurrent control is to correct problems as they happen. Managers can monitor immediate feedback on how efficiently inputs are being transformed into outputs. It can allow managers to correct problems as they arise. As an example, Ancom Logistics Berhad manager can see that some machines are broken and can fix them immediately. Lastly, feedback control. Feedback control is to correct problems after they occur, used to provide information at the output stage about customers' reaction to goods or service, so that corrective action can be taken if necessary. This is a process that managers can use to monitor how effective their teams meet their goals. For example, Ancom Logistics Berhad will send a Google form link about customer feedback to customers' email to get what the customers think about the company.